The Department of Health and Human Services says canceled a contract with Moderna to develop a bird flu vaccine for humans. So far, the only people to come down with bird flu got it from animals. Dr. John LaPook tells us research is underway to keep the bird flu from mutating into a form that could spread person to person.
We went to a dairy farm in rural Pennsylvania to see how microbiologist Scott Hensley and his University of Pennsylvania team are trying to stay a step ahead of bird flu.
A scenario may play out where the risk is very low, and boom, all of a sudden we have a pandemic.
Bird flu has torn across dairy farms across the country, infecting 70 humans so far. While there's no evidence it is spreading person to person, that could change as the virus circulates and mutates.
And if that mutation would arise, then we fear the virus might be able to transmit human to human.
Through the air.
Through the air, yeah. That's the fear.
Hensley says slowing the spread of bird flu in cows could help lower the odds of that kind of pandemic-causing mutation. So they designed an experimental messenger RNA vaccine, vaccinated 2 cows, and waited to see if it created an immune response. We were in the lab with Hensley to see if samples from the vaccinated cows contained antibodies against bird flu. If they did, these wells would turn blue.
Yeah, so you can see the blue in these wells here.
So there's antibody in the milk.
So that means the vaccine worked.
So it worked.
It worked.
The next step was to ship the vaccinated cows to a biosecure USDA facility in Ames, Iowa, where they were intentionally exposed to bird flu. Aside from a brief mild drop in milk production, cows receiving the vaccine stayed healthy. In contrast, the unvaccinated cows produced 75% less milk than usual, developed fever, and were less active.
If we don't develop a vaccine pathway in animals, every year we'll be trying to stamp out the virus.
Dr. Andrew Hoffman is dean of the University of Pennsylvania School of Veterinary Medicine.
Maybe there won't be a need for the vaccine. But the point of vaccine development isn't to wait until you absolutely need it right now with your hair on fire. The point is to have that ready to go. And we want to be ready to go.
Scott Hensley, the scientist heading up this research, told me if this vaccine is successful in cows, a version that could be tested in humans would be essentially the same and similar to the one being developed until now by Moderna. Dr. John LaPook, CBS News, New York.
Thanks so much for watching Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton.
Which automaker